through enduring hardships. The tears of pain I shed today will be the tears of joy I shed tomorrow. The brave never fall. We rise and maintain balance through freedom and connection. I'm Coach mjdtiger, life coach and mentor. Helping others find their passion, peace, and purpose in life brings me my passion, peace, and purpose in life. And if no one has told you this today, I love you. You deserve to hear that. Welcome to Vibes. Being brave means you have to fear something and face that fear anyway. Trust that you will overcome your darkest fears and worries. Being brave is not about always having the biggest muscles, the sharpest brain, the biggest bank account, and being able to make all these decisions based on this confidence you've built for yourself. Being brave is about being a person who faces their darkest fears every single day. And we do it without complaining, we do it without blaming, we do it without shame or guilt. We do it because it's built within purpose. Without purpose, we're nothing. So that's why it's so important that our passions align with our purpose. Our purpose aligns with what will bring us peace. If that's not the case, then what is being brave all about anyway? What is the point of being brave if there is no peace? If what you're facing isn't going to result in something that's going to ultimately bring you something in your life, someone in your life, someplace in your life that's going to make you smile, that's going to make you feel warm and welcomed, and you can be vulnerable with this person, place, or thing. You can do the things in life that truly brings you joy. And that is what being brave is all about. It's not about how tough you are. It's about how you can get through by facing your fear, overcome, enduring, rising, going above and beyond the call of duty. And the reward is the gift of life, which is the best present you can ever have. And in the life that we have, that life should have peace. The continuation of life through peace. That is the bravest thing you can do for yourself. How are you feeling? How are you feeling mentally, in your mind? How are you feeling physically, within your body? How are you feeling emotionally, within your heart? How are you feeling spiritually, within your soul? I ask myself these questions daily, in the morning, throughout the day, before I lay my head down for peaceful and powerful sleep. Mind, body, heart, and soul. Are they aligned? Which ones are stronger? Which ones are weaker? Ask yourself in this moment. Take a moment of silence. Address and be completely honest about how you're feeling in your mind, your body, your heart, and soul. How are you feeling? We cannot hide from our errors inside, or deny ourselves the prizes we find. Opportunities arise, climbing our darkest mountains with truth in our eyes. Our lies move in disguise. There's proof in the skies. Through the ebony storm, the sun will eventually shine. All we have left when there's nothing right is the gift of the present, which is life. We give ourselves encouragement each day without question when we accept that our life is a gift, that you are a gift, and the gifts that you have are the things that you figure out each day to make yourself better. And when you make yourself better, you make every person, place, or thing around you better. And that's all we'll ever need. Vibes. Episode 1. Encouragement for you today. With The Brave Never Fall, one of the things that was really important to me was that in wellness and healing and growing in life and overcoming our own mental health and dealing with our past and traumas and all the things that can make our day extremely stressful, I thought I have to have something each day that inspires people, that encourages people, that make people ultimately smile and get in a different state of mind, in a different state in body, heart, and soul, to be exact. But in particular, just with the heart, trying to make the day easier through the lens of being grateful, of accepting and surrendering to whatever it is you are going through or not going through. Because it's very easy in life to take things for granted as far as smooth sailing. We're sailing along, everything's great, we are doing everything right, we are feeling like we are hitting our stride, and then the storm comes. And with The Brave Never Fall, we talk about the valley, the mountain, and the volcano. But that storm can hit anytime over all three of those things. But the good thing about it is that storm will pass. And when that storm passes, and especially if that storm is at night, not only is the storm passing, but the night is temporary. So when that sun comes up and there's new clouds, no rain, no darkness, no thunder, no threatening lightning, what's left is sunshine and warmth and hope. Encouragement for you today is about hope. And I want this series, this particular podcast, to bring you hope, to truly give you encouragement, not just something that we say. People throw that word encouragement out around a lot. Encouragement is deeper than just the surface level version of what we believe it is. The definition of it, the true definition of it, which is universal, is to give support, confidence, or hope to someone. And that hope is not only someone, but we can also, because we are someone, give hope to ourselves. And when we do that, we can uplift ourselves in ways that are unexplainable if we can just tap into the fact that there is something better than what is already present in your life at this moment. Yes, there is no end to the struggles in life, to the dealing with the problems that arise, to having to deal with family issues, to deal with relationship issues and financial issues and location issues. It can be overwhelming. Of course it can be overwhelming. How could it not be? Just think about this. If you're anything like me, when you wake up in the morning, yes, you can get through the day, but you know there are so many boxes to check off that aren't things that are arbitrary. These are things that we have to get done. Why? Not because it's for us, because we are responsible for other things. We're responsible for getting our job done at our jobs. We're responsible for being a good spouse or a good boyfriend or girlfriend. We're responsible to be a good family member. We're responsible to be a good parent, dog owner, cat owner. We're responsible to our car. We're responsible to our homes. We're responsible for so many things, not including which is foremost the greatest thing we're responsible for is our own health, our own sanity. These are things that will not make you smile. These are things that are going to make you frown in most cases if you dive too much into them in the wrong direction. What I don't want this series to be about is about anything negative. Positivity, good, extra, super good vibes. This is about smiling, being happy, being positive, encouraging yourself to grow beyond. And how do we do that? By being grateful. No drama. Drama is extremely negative. How can you get cheered up by drama? If you're in a mood, how can you be cheered up by drama? It's really hard to do that. In fact, you have to put more effort into cheering yourself up from the drama than it is to actually endure the drama itself. And if that's the case, then how do we navigate through drama versus just wanting to stay in a place of being happy? In order to do that, we have to inspire ourselves. And how do we do that? We need a purpose. We need something to work on. We need something to work towards. It's not easy. And that's the great thing about life. That's the great thing about having the opportunity to get to a point where things are easy. And isn't that a great feeling when things are smooth sailing and we are finally able to look in the mirror, look ourselves in the eyes and say, yes, I am going on a trek. I am on this path. It is very difficult. I'm not going to live in the peaceful valley forever. Eventually, I got to start getting back on this mountain and I got to start dealing with what I got to deal with. And eventually, that volcano is going to be in front of me and I'm really going to have to go through some stuff. And that whatever peace that I find, although it's great, it is, yes, temporary. And at some point, that temporary peace is going to get turned into some turmoil, which is what's above us. We're underneath a storm when that happens. And we have to go through it. We have to figure out ways to motivate ourselves to get through that storm. And it doesn't come from avoiding it. It comes from facing it. We talked about it in the quote earlier in this podcast. Being brave is about facing your fears, not running away from them. It's about accepting the fact that you are going to get knocked down. It's not a question of if. You will. And if you're not prepared, if you're not ready, if it's too overwhelming for you, then we're going to be in some trouble. We always have that urge to press forward. But a lot of times we won't push forward hard enough, fast enough, procrastinate a little bit. Those are all negative things. Those are things that can lead to drama. It is extremely encouraging to know every single day that no matter what you face, you're going to face it with bravery, knowing you're going to get knocked down, knocked back. You're going to have to dodge some things. Course correct. You may even have to apologize to someone. Imagine that. But the goal is to get through each day and hopefully get to the end of the day and you realize throughout the day you did the best that you could. It's not about always having a victory. Some of my most difficult days end up being the days that I remember as some of my best days because I overcame things. It's a great feeling to be able to overcome something and you can get through it and say, this is tough right now. I'm going to get through it though. I'm going to be better. These aren't just words. These are things I actually live by. I do not like making the same mistake twice. I do not like being in the same situation over and over and over again. I do not like being the common denominator in my own failures. I like to be able to overcome and expand and grow. And we can do that by encouraging our own selves first. Encouragement for you today is also, although, of course, we want to inspire and encourage other people, But we have to first learn how to do that for ourselves. Otherwise, it comes off as hollow gestures when we try to encourage other people. But deep down inside, they look at us and they say, well, how come you're not encouraging yourself? We put too much pressure on ourselves in every single scenario we find ourselves in to be the best, to make sure we're doing the best, to make sure we're the best at everything. And this is the mindset of someone who wants to achieve. Now, clearly there are people out there who maybe want other things, but we're focusing on the positive here. If you're listening to this, and if you're anything like me, you want the best. You want to be the best version of yourself. That's what the Brave Never Fall is all about. It's about growing. But also realizing that pressure that we feel, a lot of times, that's pressure that we're pulling down on ourselves. And we have a way to deal with that unbearable pressure at times by trying to understand it, not by running from it, by questioning, what is this pressure? Why is it happening? Why do I feel the way that I feel? The feelings, especially in men, we tend to want to set them aside. We don't want to face them. But those feelings inside of us, those are the things that lead to the ego overcoming who we could be as far as compassion goes and empathy and all those things. The ego gets in the way. You know, we tend to, as human beings, overanalyze everything, and we second guess everything, and we try to tell ourselves stories, and we try to make up things instead of being able to communicate. Communicating with ourselves first, and then also communicating with the people around us. Getting positive feedback and the negative feedback. These are all things that lead to us growing. In order to really get through each day in a positive way, we have to lead with positivity throughout ourselves, or it doesn't work. It's not congruent with what's happening on the outside world. It's hard to be positive when everything around you is negative, and vice versa. It's hard to be, negative when everything around you is positive. Where are we at? Where are you at? That's the whole point of this encouragement idea I had, was that it's about a daily reminder. No matter what you're going through, there are pathways to peace, pathways to joy and happiness that start within you. You just have to be reminded by it, and you have to put in the work day after day after day to make sure that it's a routine, it's a ritual, it's a habit, that you will settle for nothing less than true happiness for yourself first. You will settle for nothing less than for true peace for yourself every single day. You will settle for nothing less than the opportunity to pursue your passions and your purpose every single day. You will settle for nothing less than good, honest, open communication towards the people that you claim and that we want in our lives. We have an obligation to be the best for ourselves so we can, in return, accept the best from others. Otherwise, the polarity doesn't work, and we find ourselves in misery because we're trying to, at that point, catch up and repair and rebuild, and in relationships and things that we have to deal with every single day. Again, those obligations. What's the alternative? There's two types of people in this world. There's the people who want to be better each and every day, and there's the people who say they're going to work on being better each and every day. The people who actually put in the work and put in the effort and are truly being honest and open about who they are, and we're getting the job done with a smile on our face. And we're not blaming other people. Then the other type of person is the person who's going to blame the outside world. They're going to not have the best health. They're not going to have the best finances. They're not going to have the best pathway and purpose in life. They're going in a different direction. To each his own. Focusing on positivity. Focusing on effort. Not procrastinating. Not making excuses. Being consistent with who we are. that brings peace automatically. It's almost like a default. It's something you can fall back to anytime. Being pure and genuine, just who you are. It doesn't get any better than that. It doesn't get any easier than that. Just to fall back to, no matter what you're going through in life, no matter what level you are, you can always just recognize and accept and surrender and be open and honest about who you are. I think that's extremely important. I think finding out why we're not happy is the key to finding out how we could be happy. I think finding out why we are not at peace is the only way to lead you on a path to peace. But it's not just enough to answer the question. It's not just enough to walk the path. There has to be something that is gained. There has to be something that is found. There has to be something that is worthwhile enough to push you along each and every day on that path. And what if that path leads in opposite directions on where you thought it was going to go? When you have that crossroads moment, when you reach this fork in the road and you say, oh my goodness, do I go left or do I go right? Does it really matter? You got this. Whichever way you go, it's going to propose a challenge. It's going to throw at you changes, choices, decisions, things that you're going to have to do and be prepared for. Expect the unexpected, but do not be surprised by it. So either way, what difference does it make? Conviction. That's what we're looking for. Conviction in ourselves to make the right choices. And the only way we can do that, as we talked about in the prior series in Visions, we have to have built up something that is a good foundation. Without that, all we have is, there's one thing to have hope, but what's the point of hope if you're never going to actually use in a positive way what hope could really do for you? Hope is powerful. Hope will make you a better person. Hope will make you do things that are damn right will feel like miracles to you. Hope will make us do things and transcend our lives and change things in our lives and grow in our lives in ways that a lot of other things would never encourage you to do or inspire you to do or motivate you to do. That's why when people lose hope, it's very sad. Because they lose that light. They lose that daylight, that warmth that we were talking about. And that storm comes in and they can't see it. But it doesn't mean the sun isn't still out there. The warmth isn't still above the clouds. It's there. They just lost sight of it. And that's what hope is about. You lose sight of hope. I encourage you, truly encourage you, to be your own champion. To be your own gladiator. To be your own unique individual self who gets up every single day with a smile on your face and says, hey, no matter what, it's going to be a good day today. It's going to be a powerful day today. In whichever way you want the power to be. We'll talk about empowerment later on in this series. And it's very important. What do we want? What do you want? Imagine yourself doing things that are beyond what you have right now. Imagine always doing things better and more efficient. It's something that we can rewire in our brains, in our bodies, in our hearts, in our souls. We can encourage ourselves each and every day to do things that'll make us not only smile and be happy, but truly bring us peace. It's different for each and every person. But the important thing is the opportunities are there. If you're listening to this and you're hurting, you're in pain, you're confused, you feel lost, there's hope. Believe me, there's hope. I have come from nothing and I've gone to have everything, and it's just like a wavelength. It just goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Don't ever let anyone tell you that they haven't gone through that in their lives. And if they haven't, they will. It's normal. It's part of the human experience. Everyone's wavelength is different. Everyone's timeline is different. But what's not different is that we will always, each and every one of us, go through things that are going to be super highs and extra super lows. So as they say, just hang in there. We'll talk about later in this series again about not giving up but giving more. Life is going to always try to pull a wall up in front of you. The best thing you can do is face that wall and figure out a way to get around it. Because there's always a way. Trust me, there's always a way. And again, if these days that we have, they're precious, are gifts. Can't waste them. Why should we ever waste a day? There is always something positive to pull out of each and every day. And that's all we need. And it's about building. It's about having patience and understanding within yourself. We too often, a lot of us, are so focused on other people that we don't give ourselves the very thing that we seek and want and desire from other people. We'll have so much patience and understanding for other people, but we don't give ourselves that. We have to give ourselves exactly what we're looking for. And when we do that, now those connections are there. Those energies are there. It's woo-woo, but it's a little bit, from my experience, a lot of bit real. It just comes from understanding who we are and knowing what we want and going after it. We have to keep going every single day. There is no giving up. There's always just giving more. We have to be strong and brave. Again, facing the darkness is important. Facing the darkness with a storm in it is even more important. It will help you grow. You'll appreciate that sunrise so much more. The smile on your face would be bigger than ever because you overcame something that you never thought you could. And it's something powerful within you because you know you can do it. It's just pushing through when those hours feel like days and those minutes feel like hours. When life is just twisting and turning like a twister all around you. You can't fall down and just lay there. You have to rise and maintain balance. And you can do it. You have to go for it. You have to keep moving. You have to want more for yourself. You have to appreciate every single day that you have, and I believe that you do. What do you have right now that you're grateful for? Ask yourself that. Truly remind yourself right now in this moment, what do you have that you are extremely, extremely grateful for? That if it was gone, your life would be in permanent darkness, even though nothing is permanent, but that's what it would feel like. What is that in your life right now? What person, place, or thing is in your life that is so powerfully connected to you that if they were gone, it was gone, you would almost feel like you couldn't define yourself as the current version of yourself to begin with, that you would instantly be a different type of person. These are things that are central, that in our lives that we don't think about every single day. It's a leap of faith. It's a leap of faith in love. It's a leap of faith in careers. It's a leap of faith with our religions. It's a leap of faith with our families. It's always a leap of faith. Every single day, every choice and decision that we make is a leap of faith. It's something that we have to take the risk on in life. Things that are powerful in our lives do not come without saying, I'm going to challenge myself to push forward because I am right there. I can see it. It's right there. All I have to do is move forward. What are you waiting for? Go. Walk forward. It's right there. All you have to do is just keep pushing forward and be honest with yourself. If there's someone out there that you want in your life, go get them. If there's something out in your life that you want, go get it. If there's some place out there, go. Might as well. What do you have to lose? You're going to sit and dream about it all the time. You're going to sit and wonder about it. You're going to dream about it and dream about it and dream about it. Or you can step forward and say, look, maybe I can make this happen in real life. Maybe I can actually do this thing. Why not? Just move forward. That's what life is all about. It's about improving. And once you improve every single day at something, small steps, that's all you need. These giant strides and going from 0 to 100, all you're going to get with that is possibly a disappointment or something that's you're gonna obtain real quick, and you're not gonna appreciate the journey to get it. Happened too fast, you didn't earn it, and that smile on your face is gonna get flipped upside down, and you're gonna say, wait a minute, what just happened? I don't even know I got this, how do I keep it? You have to keep going. I'm proud of you already. If you listen to this, I'm super proud of you. Because if you clicked on this, there is something that you are looking for. You want some encouragement. You want something to work towards. What are those things? What are the things in your life that you're saying, hey, it's right there. It's like low-hanging fruit. All I got to do is just jump a little bit and grab it, and it's mine. It can be done. The effort has to be put in. The right mindset has to be there. Your heart has to be in it. Your body has to be ready, healthy. Spiritually, you have to be in a place where you trust yourself. And all of those things have to be aligned. And once you start it, once you succeed at it, once you've pushed past the point of no return, once you've gone down that fork in the road and this time you made the right decision, it feels right. Now it's time to sustain it. Now it's time to build upon it. Now it's time to see what works. How do I feel? Do I feel at peace? What do I need to get rid of to make this feel even better? What do I need to build upon this to make it feel even better? What type of vibes am I getting from this person, place, or thing in this current form of who I am? And be open and honest about that. That's what it's all about. And you can do it. You can do it. It's totally up to you, but you can do it. It's about just doing it. Putting in the work, not making excuses. It's no one else's fault. It's not that thing's fault. It's not that place's fault. It's on us. Ownership and accountability. Completely, totally on us. 100%. Every single day we have to answer the call of who we are. All the rest of it is just something that's happening. But when we wake up each day and we're able to be grateful and understand that there are things, regardless if we want to do them or not, the choices, the challenges, the decisions we make, all those moments that we are afraid of, we don't stand in front of and we don't face with complete bravery, all of those things will overwhelm us and consume us with negativity. And again, with encouragement for you today, we are not talking about negative things. No drama allowed. Positivity. Cans, not cannots. We are turning hope into happiness. We are turning joy into even more joy. Peace into even more peace. And we can do that each and every day when we are just building upon what we've already obtained. Once we obtain a level of peace, why go backwards? Just keep building on it. The right people will show up in your life at the right time when you're doing this. When you're making the right changes and you're being patient, understanding with yourself, and you're holding the right boundaries for yourself, and you have the right morals and discipline for yourself, and you have the right self-worth, self-respect, and control and love for yourself, the right people show up at the right time for you. The things do, the places do. But there has to be appreciation of the process, there has to be gratefulness, and it has to be a true understanding that positivity is what's going to lead you to peace. Not blame, not ego, not shaming others, not jealousy, We have to put the effort into ourselves, and each and every day when that sun rises, that effort has to be put in to the fullest, as much as we can possibly get it. Not wasting moments, not taking people for granted, not being rude to anyone, no drama, no negativity, just pure peace. If you can get through a whole day and just try to keep it as peaceful as possible, those days start to add up and your life would turn around. And once that starts happening, it's very addicting. It's very hard to go back the other direction. And that's the best part. That's when that smile pops on your face. That's when your heart warms. That's when the right people start coming in your life. That's when the right things start coming into your life. The right places start coming into your life, and things almost overnight, again, underneath that storm, things change. And if no one has told you this today, I love you. You deserve to hear that. Salute to you all. The brave never fall. We rise and maintain balance.